This is training for how to create an opportunity on the ERP for Training and Development Open program. The background to this training is that discussions are already underway between the Training and Development Manager, Stella, with the Training Account Manager, Training and Development Account Manager, and the idea is that they're trying to organize a training on board leadership, during which they want different participants from various organizations to attend. So where we start on the ERP is we create a lead. So you click on create here. So the subject of our training is going to be board leadership. Use my initials. I'll say open TND. There's no company name and there's no customer because the board leadership is open to different clients. So we enter into discussion date. It's going to be the 14th of February. The primary service offering is open TND. Industry, we will select banking, financial banking, because this leadership training is focused on the banking sector. And the source of this lead is an industry referral. So before we move to the next stage, we need to qualify this lead so that we can convert it to an opportunity. So the account manager will have a discussion with the training and development manager about the viability of this training, and they will determine whether to qualify it or not. And once they have agreed between the two of them that this is a good lead, then the lead will be qualified. So we have to provide reasons for qualification. And in this case, it's a good opportunity, and the industry okay, so then we qualify the lead, then we save. See, there's a button here to convert to an opportunity. So we have two options when it comes to conversion. You can either convert to an opportunity or you can merge with existing opportunities. In this case, we're going to convert to a new opportunity. Okay, and then when it comes to related customer, we have three options. You can choose to link to an existing customer. You can create a new customer or do not link to a customer. So for open training, open programs, we do not link to a customer because, like I said earlier, we have several companies involved in this training. So we select create an opportunity. Sorry, do not link to a customer, create an opportunity. Okay, so once we get to this page, we need to fill in some information just to take a look at what is required. And at this stage, what the ERP requires of us is to evaluate the training proposals that have been received from the facilitators. So what we need to do at this stage is the proposals will have been received by the Training and Development Account Manager, and they will review them and they will shortlist a couple of facilitators who they would like to use for the training. So two things in this regard. The first one is there are some facilitators who are already in the system, so we don't need to create new facilitators. But in the event that we've got some that have submitted their proposals and not previously in our database, we need to capture those. So you'd go to the left-hand side and select Facilitator, and you select Create. So here we can enter any name, which is a company. We're going to say Birchwood. Enter their postal address. We don't have their website, and the industry is financial services banking, and we don't have tax registration details, but you can enter whatever details that you can hear. The mobile phone is 260. Phone number of contact. Okay, we don't have an email, but we can just, we create a fictitious one. Okay, the title here is that it's a limited company. Okay. And then we click on Create. So this will open up for a contact. Our contact at this company is Jerry Condo. Is the sales director. His email is jk@Birchwood. His number 260. And his mobile number is 260. Okay, so we save and close. So this is the process that you would go through to create a facilitator if they didn't exist already in our database. So you click save. Okay. So we save. So at this stage, we'll go back to our opportunity. Click here. So you can click here to select, to be able to view all your opportunities. So I'll select my opportunities, and then it will bring up all the ones that I've been working on. And the one we're working on for today is this one. Okay, at this stage, what the ERP requires of us, go into edit mode. We need to put in a potential revenue that is going to be made, that we anticipate is going to be made on this training. So we say it's $7,000. And stage requirements at this point, it says training proposal evaluation. So we have reviewed the training proposals, and we've shortlisted the facilitators who are in our system already now for offering training for this board program. Stage requirements says facilitator profiles recorded. Select yes, and then move to the next stage. So the next stage here is budget approval, looking for the capabilities team manager for training and development to review and approve the budget. To create the budget, you go to add an item, select program name, and this one is board leadership in Lusaka. The facilitator, we've put in Birchwood, so let's try and find them. Birchwood Training House, that is available. Okay, so we attach proposals, and I'll show you how to attach a proposal and how to attach documents to the opportunity ERP. Number of participants, we're anticipating will be 30 participants. So fees per person is going to be $500. The conference package is $9,000. Facilitator expenses are going to be nil because they're going to be commuting from their house, and the same applies to the AMSCO staff expenses. Miscellaneous expenses will be $300. Facilitator cost per participant is $400. Facilitator cost of training is $4,000. Okay, service offering is facilitator training. Proposed start date is going to be the 28th of Feb, ending on the 5th of March. The contract notice period is 14 days. The training delivery date is going to be the 28th of February. Training delivery location is going to be at the Southern Sun Hotel. So components of the training are going to be design of the program, training materials, hard copies and soft copies, facilitation of the program, certificates of completion, and training report, which is submitted to the Training and Development Department. So AMSCO is also going to take care of the venue, costs for the venue. It will do the catering, take care of the equipment. There's no travel and accommodation in this case. Okay. The payment terms are half payment at the start of the training, and the half after submission of report. In terms of reference, so you would have the terms of reference already developed, and so this would be a case of just copy and paste from the TRIs that have been circulated to the facilitators, and the same applies for the summary of the training and development intervention. So it's again a case of copy and paste. So in this case, we can say just quickly the board training Okay, and this can go on for as long as the detail that is available. So we'll save and close. So once we are done creating the program, we will let Stella know. Stella, in this case, being the CTM manager for training and development, she needs to review this budget. So we will send her an email to the effect that this has been done in the system and it needs to be reviewed. So we go to send a message here. Send a message. Select the recipients here. Okay, so we send this off to Stella, and this will alert her that the training budget has been uploaded into the ERP. And once we are done there, I'll show you how to attach a document. So you go to Attachments, click on this drop-down button, select Add. This will go to your hard drive, and it will look for a document. You will search and select a document that you want to attach onto the ERP for this particular opportunity. So select that one. Okay. So if you look here, it says it's been added. The document has been added. So this will apply to your terms of reference, your budgets, your all supporting documentation that needs to be on the ERP. So the stage requirement at this level is budget approval by CTM. So we have notified Stella that this budget is ready, and once she's reviewed it, she will move it on to the next stage, which will be the financial manager to sign off, to approve the budget. So click yes, and this moves to the next stage. So you see here it says budget approved by financial manager. Again, Stella will send a similar email to the finance manager alerting him that this has been done, so he could go in, take a look, approve, and then he'll move it to the next stage. Okay. So after that's been done, we go to the booking forms. So if you look down here, on this button here, it says booking forms. So to click on this button will generate a link. This link has the details of the booking form that you can copy and paste and send to the mailing list of the people that you hope will attend, or can be used even in the brochures that are advertising for this training. So this is what the form looks like. Okay, so the participants are required to enter their names. Joyce. Family name, Joyce. have to accept that the information has been provided is true. And name of organization is Zambia Association of Bankers. The industry is banking. And the products and services is banking. Deposits, savings, and loans. No, sorry. Advisory. The number of employees is 60. And training budget is $50,000. Physical address is 56 Zambezi Drive. Telephone number. Accept. Submit. Okay, so this is what the participant will get. So on the other side in the ERP, once this has been done, if we go back to the edit mode and go back to the board leadership, train the program, we will see that Joyce Banda, by filling in that form, her details have been captured on the system. And this will apply for all the participants that fill in the booking forms. Click Save. So once this has been done, we'll look at stage requirements, and it requires that the booking forms are available for public access and they've been distributed to the public. So we click here and then move to the next stage. So in the next stage, this requires that the training venue and logistics have been done. So this happens outside the ERP, but the team on the ground has to make sure that all the logistics are ready for the training, and they have to, depending on the number of participants that have registered, they will prepare the logistics accordingly. This requires nothing of us in the ERP at this stage other than to confirm that all of this has been done. And the invoices need to be uploaded from the venue and all the other service providers. So we move to the next stage. So the next stage requires a legal review of contracts. So the contracts will be generated outside the ERP. There's a contract form that is used to prepare the contract for the service providers, and this will be done and sent on to the legal team, who will review and provide comments or go ahead and approve. So once this has been done, the contracts need to be signed by the service providers, AMSCO, and then uploaded onto the ERP. So again, we need to move. It says legal man here, stage requirement, service provider contract fully executed. In order for us to move to the next stage, we'll select here and then move to the next stage. Okay, so once this has been done, the training will be held. And once the training has been held, again, nothing is required in the ERP other than to confirm and to capture the actual training dates, in this case here, 28th to the 4th of March. Nothing is required for us in the ERP at this point. complete, and then at this stage we go to the evaluation phase. Now the evaluation phase requires information from the trainer. This is going to be the evaluation summary that will have been received by the account manager from the facilitator, and the metrics required for us to report on in the ERP. We have to go to the metrics button here, select add an item. So we'll enter the category of training, in this case is management and leadership. The type is for senior executive and leadership development. Date of training, 28th of February. Number of companies trained, let's say 18 companies. Number of training activities, just 1. Number of people trained, 30. Number of females trained, 18. Program fee was 500. Number of people certified, 30. Okay. Save that. So then after we save that, we go to the first initial evaluation. So you click on start. This will provide the metrics for the training that we've just done now, and select metrics. Sorry, select this icon. The title of the training will be board leadership. So this is what the evaluation form would look like. Company name, we don't have a company name here, so we will say open program training and development. Period of training was 5 days. Alternatively, you can enter 28th February to 5th of March 2016. Were the objectives clearly explained? Yes. So this is a rating from 1 to 5. 1 being not applicable and 5 being applicable, the best performance there. So we need to provide general comments. In this case, we have no general comments. Facilitators, Bertrud. Facilitators, okay, no, that one, yes. So that's the aggregate of the people that have submitted evaluations. Additional comments. Okay, so once we save, we quit, and that will take us back to the opportunity. And below the opportunity is below there's metrics, there's a 3-month evaluation. The idea is that after 3 months of receiving training, we will go back to our we'll go back to our participants and we'll have an evaluation of the training that they had, and to determine that they're able to apply what they learned in the training and how useful this training actually is to their jobs or to the work that they do on a daily basis. So we'll click, this will happen in 3 months' time, but for purposes of this evaluation, I'll just walk you through quickly what the evaluation form looks like. So we click on Start. So you see that there are 2 evaluation forms. One is for the supervisor and one is for the participant. So if you click on this icon, this will open up a link which you can copy and paste and send to the participant. Alternatively, you can, to look at what the form looks like, we'll click on this button. So this is for Joyce Bander's supervisor. Okay. So level of knowledge related to your job. Okay. Okay, and this will be filled in by the supervisor, depending on what the feedback is. So click Save and Quit. So there will be a record of this evaluation by the supervisor and a similar one for the manager, for the participant. So if we go back to metrics, see that this has been done and this has been ticked, and the supervisor one has been done and been ticked, and the one that goes to the participant Joyce is the managing director. She's still the managing director. Okay, have you been able to apply knowledge and skills? Yes. Okay, and again, this will be filled in based on the participants' view on what has been achieved from the training over the last 3 months. Okay. So we click Save and again Quit. So you will see that on the opportunity these have been ticked. These have been ticked, has been done. And then we also need to update the actual revenue that AMSCO has made from this training. So while we said 7,000 as potential, we actually made 8,500 as the training revenue from this open program. And once that has been updated, we need to ensure that the facilitator performance metrics are done and linked to the respective profile. And then we go back to the opportunity, and then we finish the evaluation phase. So we select stage requirements. So this has been done. Done. So remember that the participants' details are captured on the training program, at the bottom of training program. So once this evaluation has been done, the training is completed, and depending on the time that it covers to provide a report, once this has been done, we will say training reports into CTM, 3 to 6 month evaluation forms are completed, and the invoices have been paid by finance to the service provider. We'll move to the next stage. This technically will mean that the training has been done and it's closed. So we will move this from active to closed. We'll save. And that is how you create a training program, open program on the ERP.